Derek, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
How's the leg?
Oh, healed, man. I did. Once we started up the off-season program back, I guess it was April, I was able to do everything. So I was really blessed, man, and fortunate that it wasn't worse.
You knew you broke it right away. How?
Yeah, it was sitting out to the side. It was sticking out, and I tried to move it back in, and it wouldn't move. I could feel it catching, so I knew it wasn't good. But I think too I've torn ligaments in my ankles. Playing basketball when I was younger, I've rolled my ankle plenty of times, and I knew that this was completely different feeling. So I knew it was broke, but I was still holding out hope that maybe they can tape it up. I can get back out there, but that wasn't the case.
How many surgeries have you had?
Oh, in my life, or let's go. Let me think. I had one when I was little on my right thumb, and my dad says that was the reason that I can throw now. He always likes to let me know that. But I think that the one in college, that one, I think I've had three or four. I think I've had four. Yeah.
But when you're on the outside looking in, watching your team, that helpless feeling. What was that like when you've got a playoff team, you've helped lead them to 12 wins, and you have to sit there and watch them?
Yeah, it sucked. It is so hard to win in this league. A lot of our games we won in the fourth quarter and things like that. So, we definitely earned 12 wins. And, when we sit back and, we're getting ready for the playoffs, we knew that we had worked really hard to get to where we were at. And just in a moment, man, it all changed. And, you want to know why, why us? We try and do things the right way. We try and be good people in these things, but it was an amazing time, just to really be, who I say I am, and just love on people, and just continue to be myself and show them that, hey, it wasn't our time this year. We're going to come back at them next year. If
you go to a cookout, do people expect you to throw the football around?
Yes, this actually happened. I was with my wife's family, and we're sitting there, and I'm just talking, with some of her family and cousins, and we're having a good time. And all of a sudden, I see a football get broke out, and all the eyes go to me. So I was like, "Okay, all right, I guess we're gonna do this."
But would you rather not be the quarterback?
I don't want to be, at those things. But then it gets to a point when I see other people throwing that I just say, I think I got it from here.
Does anybody ever say, throw it as hard as you can?
You know what? I've had that happen a lot of times in my life, actually, which is hilarious. Because, they'll see me throw one on TV, and they're like, dude, they say you got one of the strongest arms, And I was like, well, I try, and like, you throw it as hard as you can. And actually, a great story. I was at my buddy's house when I was in 7th grade. Okay. And back then I could already throw the ball about 65, 70 yards. And he said this college tight end was at his house at the University of Houston. And he said, come on, man, I play with college quarterbacks. Throw it as hard as you can. I threw it at him and snapped his finger to the side so quick. He was screaming and running down the street. And so I usually tell people that story after they say, throw it as hard as you can. And so then they're like, oh, yeah, maybe not as hard as you can. So, yeah.
He's Derek Carr, the Raiders quarterback. Now that everybody knows how much you make, how does that feel, though? It's got to be weird that everybody looks at you. People look at you differently, I'm going to guess, because you're now the highest paid quarterback in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I love helping people, and I love doing special things, especially spur of the moment, just for random strangers too. But now it's like, if they know who you are and you walk into a restaurant, they're like, oh man, they look at you like, is he going to buy my meal? It's not if you ask,
Are you a different tipper?
Funny, man.
Are you a different tipper now?
No, I've always been very generous.
Oh, okay.
My wife worked in the restaurant business, and she was a waitress, so I know how that goes. So I'm always she's taught me well. I've always been very generous, and I want to honor the people that take care of us. But it's so weird that people know your salary, and actually it's not. They probably think it's more than actually what it is because they forget about taxes and all those things. But they say man, you could get an island and stuff. No, I couldn't. You just get random people saying these things to you, and it's you have no clue, man. But we were very fortunate and blessed. But it is a different thing when you walk around and people know exactly. They can look it up. I was well, I want to know exactly what you make.
Yeah.
And oh no,
But you backloaded because of state income tax in Las Vegas? Is that the strategy by your agent?
Yeah, I mean, in a very small sense of it, yes. I didn't really care about getting all the cash in my hands right now. I trust Reggie and what he told me, and the fact that they love me and they want me here forever. So I said, well, if that's the case, man, obviously anything can happen, but, I'll bank on myself continuing to work hard and, be a good player for you. I said, let's try and push some of that back, obviously, for tax reasons and those things, but also, more importantly, the number one reason why I wanted to do that is because we have guys coming up that we needed to get signed, and I wanted to help the team do that. So, getting guys like Gabe Jackson, getting guys like Khalil, Mari's going to come up at some point. I wanted to make sure we could keep our team together, and that's the number one reason we did it. Is I did not want to hurt my team and have some of my best friends leave and go play somewhere else.
Do you feel like you're the best quarterback? You're the highest paid, and I know that's temporary, but where do you sort of feel like you stand with your competitors?
Oh man, when it comes to accolades, I'm nowhere near what they've done. There's a lot of rings out there. There's a lot of.
But
Pro
talent-wise,
Bowls.
but talent-wise,
yeah. I would love to, throw against any of those guys, and I've played against a lot of them, and, stood toe-to-toe with them and thrown against them. And, there's never going to be a time where in the NFL, you play against some of the best guys in the league and you're oh, well, they can't make that throw. Yeah, they can. Everyone can make every throw. So, it's not well, I can make this throw better than him. No, everyone can make every throw. But talent-wise, I will always I'm super competitive now. I will never say, no, man, that guy can throw better than me. I'll never be one of those, but I will never, ever take anything away from anybody also.
Are you a Golden State Warrior fan?
You know what? I pull for them. I've been a Laker fan since I was little, so I am a Laker fan. But I do pull for the hometown team, especially there's a lot of good guys on that team to root for.
But if the Lakers are playing the Golden State Warriors, who are you rooting for?
I'm wearing a Laker jersey.
Okay. All right.
So Steph wore a Panther jersey to the Carolina game when they came and played us. So
that's right.
I would definitely wear my Laker jersey if they were playing. I mean, I did. When Kobe played his last game at Oracle during his last season, we actually went and sat right behind the Lakers bench, got to meet him afterwards and talk to him. So, yeah, I was definitely all about the Lakers that day.
All right, we have over under the amount of money you spent. After you signed this contract, did you treat yourself, okay? So we first started at $1 million, and I went, no, that's way too high. I'm going to say, did you spend $10,000 or more on something?
Oh yes, yeah, I did. I definitely did because I had to pay my brother back for something from a long time ago.
Wait, you owed David money?
So what we did is when we started our gym, there was a small thing that we wanted to get, and I said, you know what? Just messing around when I hadn't even been drafted yet. I said, put it on me. Put that on my tab. And so we really kept a running total, and I never paid him for 4 years. And so finally he's like, hey, man, you remember that thing that you said to put on your tab, your half of the gym? I said, yeah, it's time to pay for that. So I did, just being funny. So, yeah, absolutely.
How much was it? Was it over 10 grand?
No, it was over. It was definitely over. I won't get into the details, but, yeah, it was definitely over.
Okay. What do you drive?
I have a truck. I have a Ford truck.
Oh, okay.
That I love. Yeah, I have that. I have a little 2-door car that I like to drive around, a little Audi, and then and then my wife's got her truck. So yeah, we like trucks. We like sitting up high on the road.
So you haven't done the minivan thing yet?
No, I tried though. So David did. You know, he has like 18 kids with like 8 dogs. So he got a minivan and he put rims on it. He blacked out the windows. You know, he put a system. You know, he put everything in this thing. And his wife comes rolling around.
Oh no!
And after about, I think, 3 months, he said, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore." So I think I'm going to go for the passenger van next. I think that I'm going to do that and try and soup it up.
I like it. Well, you got the coin. Now that everybody knows how much you make, good luck going on to the dealership lot there. They're going to see you coming. Derek
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Hey, congrats on the contract. You're always one of our favorites. We appreciate you making time for us, and we'll talk to you when the season starts.
Oh, always. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it, man.
All right. That's Derek Carr. He's very rich now.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.